Welcome to the Hudson Valley business scene. I'm Frank Castella Jr., President and CEO of the Dutchess County Regional Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here today with Paul Calogerakis, the Chairman of the Board for the Poughkeepsie Alliance in the city of Poughkeepsie. Thank you for joining me today, Paul. I brought you in today because it's such a great story, the Poughkeepsie Alliance, and the community coming together to support the city of Poughkeepsie in a time of need. It's so typical of Poughkeepsie, of how we support one another. Tell us, what is the Poughkeepsie Alliance and how did it come about?
Basically, it's a public-private partnership, and it's an economic development model that is not new. It's very active around the country. 2 years ago, a group of us got together and decided that Poughkeepsie could really benefit from something like this, and we began meeting. We decided to form a 501c3. We formed a board of directors, and it's been great. I tell my board all the time how proud I am of this community because we've really come together. We're 2 years old now. We've got lots of things done, and there's tons of momentum and energy going forward. So it's really been terrific. It's been a lot of fun.
I want to get to what we've accomplished, but I also want to know who's a part of this.
Sure. We started with what they call anchor institutions. So Dutchess Community College and Vassar College, as public institutions there, both hospitals in the city of Poughkeepsie, Mid-Hudson Regional and Vassar Hospital, the Dyson Foundation, Central Hudson, the Chamber, KeyBank sponsored my membership, lots of stakeholders who own a great deal of real estate in the city of Poughkeepsie. IBM is part of it as well. So it's businesses and even two individuals who have a large stake in the city of Poughkeepsie and want to see it prosper.
So where do we go from here? We've already accomplished a few projects, and what's the next step?
To keep the momentum going, there was a lot of momentum coming out of the gate, and we got a couple of things done quickly. We are a 100% volunteer organization, so I am the staff for the most part administratively. So we're a little bit more of a measured pace right now. I look to try and accomplish 3 projects a year. We did 3 the first year. There's 3 good ones on the drawing board right now, and it seems to be a pace at which keeps everybody interested and engaged. I've been on quite a few boards throughout my professional life, and what I really like about this one is I get great attendance because people really care and are energized by it.
So let's talk about these projects that we've accomplished thus far and then what we have in the future. So I'm well aware of the Linkin Park project with the soccer field. Our viewers should also be aware of the Garden Street project and also the camera system that was implemented onto the signage in the gateway in the city of Poughkeepsie. What are some of the projects in the future?
The big one is what we call the Cale Rock Connector, the waterfront development strategy that's been adopted by the city of Poughkeepsie. Connecting the waterfront is a big piece of the waterfront development strategy working, and if you start below Shadows, south of Shadows, and try and walk north to Marist College, the only obstruction in your way is Cale Rock. And it's been talked about for 100 years. Scenic Hudson came to us, asked us if we could help finance an engineering study. We did engage Chazen companies. They've completed an engineering study. There is a design out there which is very exciting, would really be a sort of a destination spot, plus be very functional. And we have submitted to the state of New York a grant for construction drawings, and then we'll go out to private fundraising. Cross my fingers, I hope this project happens in 2018, but it would be monumental. It would be really tremendous.
So Cale Rock Connector being one, and you mentioned that there were 3 total.
There's 2 smaller ones right now. One is the Commerce Square next to the Chamber building, which right now is a vacant lot. Scenic Hudson has donated some designs for a pop-up park there, and we're looking to get that done in the spring of 2017. Be a nice gathering space for people that work along Main Street, be visually much better than what there is now. We think that would have a large impact. And everything that you've mentioned and I've mentioned are capital projects. So part of else what we want to do now is more programmatic, and we are partnering with the Workforce Investment Board, the Chamber, the Mid-Hudson Regional Hospital to develop a workforce development development program that's a little bit more effective than what's going on right now. We've had some great meetings. Sheila Pell from IBM is leading that for us, and we're really excited about really having some success there in the near future.
So what I look at the Alliance as, to sum it up, is a connector, putting the pieces together that haven't always been there. The components have been there, and there's a lot of talent in this area, and you're really harnessing. And I give a lot of credit to you, on this, because it is not necessarily your brainchild per se, but your vision to move it forward, and your energy and your drive that has moved it forward and made these projects come to fruition and to completion. And I look at what Linkin Park has done. Can you talk a little bit about that project in particular, and the players that were involved?
You know, you use convener. You know, that was really our mission. You know, we did raise a little bit of money, but not enough to really make an impact. Where our impact are the skills and talents of the people that sit on the board and show up and volunteer, but also our ability to get people in a room and start talking, make things happen. The Linkin Park, we noticed, you know, it was kids were playing on it, Latino Youth Soccer League. It was bare dirt, rocks, glass. You know, it wasn't very nice. The city didn't have enough money to really renovate it. And two of our members, Joe Benura from Benura Hospitality and also Dave Petrovitz from Blacktop Maintenance, donated a lot of materials. We partnered with the city of Poughkeepsie. We adopted the park. We tore it up. We installed an underground irrigation system. We put athletic turf, natural turf on it. And what's great about it is, you know, we got it done for far less than you could go and hire a contractor to get it done. And the Latino Youth Soccer League adopted it, and they maintain it. They pick up the garbage, they mow the grass, they turn the sprinklers on and off, and they're very grateful for it. And we did that project maybe last May or June, and in September was the end of their league season. They called us down and presented us with a plaque and thank you, and that was really heartwarming. And we look for further developments there. There's some things on the board that I think could really be exciting.
Paul, you've recently retired from your position at KeyBank.
Correct.
However, you are now volunteering in the city of Poughkeepsie, not only as chairman of the board for the Poughkeepsie Alliance, but for the IDA as well.
Correct.
So I want to thank you for your continued commitment to the city of Poughkeepsie. This is a labor of love for you. You love this community, as so many of our viewers out there do, and we owe a debt of gratitude to you for your continued commitment here in the Hudson Valley.
It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Paul Calogerakis, thank you so much for joining us here in the Hudson Valley business scene. And I want to thank you for tuning in today on the Hudson Valley business scene. We'll see you next time.